What's up, everyone? Welcome to Keepin' It Real. We just watched The Little Things in real time. It's me and Jake here. Say what's up, Jake.
What up?
So yeah, we're gonna do about 5 minutes spoiler free, and then go into more discussion the plot and everything, and then at the end we'll give our review. So we'll put a timestamp down below if you're watching this on YouTube and or if you're listening to it, so you can just click ahead if you don't want to be spoiled, or if you've already watched it, stick around, enjoy. What'd you think?
I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a pretty good plot. I enjoyed the plot. I think it was pretty unique. I know, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I know the ending has gotten a lot of heat on the internet. I really liked the ending. I thought it was a really not predictable, which I appreciated, and kind of a cool little twist, which I liked. So I was a fan of it. I enjoyed it.
It was perfectly fine. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. There was parts I thought could have been better, but the actors came. They all were great. I liked the story. I thought it was cool. It was enjoyable to watch the whole time. That being said, I'm one of the people that had an issue with the ending. But I don't even know why I have the issue with the ending. I just didn't like it. And just besides that, where you can't really give an opinion of why you didn't like it. But there's a lot of good in this movie. And I do recommend people. It's free. Go watch it on HBO Max. Like, you need to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's certainly worth watching. I definitely enjoyed it. Obviously, it's a little bit longer. It's what, like 2.5 hours?
2 hours and 7 minutes. That's the length.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but
it is a slow burn. It is very slow. But it's not boring to any point. Like, you were entertained.
Yeah, it's definitely not boring. You're right. It is kind of a slower developing story. Throughout the whole probably first half, maybe first 3/4 of the movie, I was kind of trying to piece things together, and I remember thinking probably about halfway through the movie that I was kind of confused, like, how is this all going to fit together? Because obviously, I mean, this just doesn't really spoil anything. It's kind of a crime mystery movie that a couple of police officers or sheriffs or detectives, or I don't know exactly what their positions were, but trying to solve a case. So, you're kind of, when you watch this kind of thing, you're trying to piece together exactly what's going on and solve the case before the characters in the movie do, kind of thing. And I kind of was thinking halfway through that I was confused and really did not know how this was all going to fit together. But I don't know. I think it kind of wraps it up nicely, I think.
Yeah, it's where I disagree. That being said, it was still like until like the last 5 minutes, I really wasn't like annoyed with anything, and then it kind of tries to put a happy bow on everything, and I was like, I don't want a happy bow.
Yeah, that's a fair point. They like try to make it. Yeah, you're right. They try to make it like a happy ending, but it doesn't really quite fit for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, the tone of the movie is not a happy tone.
No,
obviously.
certainly not.
It's about murder.
Right. And the toll that takes on the people who investigate it for a living.
Yeah, and that was just it. That's why it was just weird. But I mean, acting's great. Denzel came to play.
Yeah,
you can get like a half-assed Denzel performance. He was there. Rami Malek, he wasn't given as much, and he's definitely not as good as actor as Denzel. That being said, he's still pretty good. And then Jared Leto crushed it.
Yeah, I think Jared Leto was great. He played a really good creepy guy. He definitely nailed that part.
He had like just a lot of good things from it. But yeah, so watch it. Go watch it. You need to watch it. I wouldn't recommend not watching it. That being said, we are going to talk about the plot. So if you don't want anything to know about the plot, we're going to go into it right now.
Before you do that, I do want to say one more thing. I think I personally don't really consider myself much of a film buff. I think it's an entertaining plot and an interesting story for even like a non-film person who's super passionate about analyzing film and acting performances and cinematography and all that. I don't really look for that kind of thing. I think just the plot alone was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just like they were shooting for an Oscar and it won't get an Oscar nomination because
You don't think so?
No, not at all. There's like maybe for a couple things that I don't know, like maybe like you just said, I don't production design, maybe sound editing, who knows, but it's not going to get for best actor and any of the best actors. It's definitely not going to get it for best directing. For sure, not getting it for best writing because you've seen this movie 100 times.
Really?
And like,
see, I think the ending twist kind of made it a little bit different than the kind of typical crime investigation, murder investigation movies that have been done 100 times. I think it was pretty similar to all that an hour and 45 minutes in.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. But the same beats.
Yeah.
Anytime a movie per like their advertising thing is come watch the Academy Award winner Jared Leto, Denzel Washington, and Rami Malek, which they beat us over the head with for the last 2 weeks for this movie.
Yeah.
I automatically know that they don't think this movie is going to get an Oscar nomination, but they're going to do everything in their power to make the general audience think that this is going to get an Oscar nomination.
It's fair.
So that immediately, I knew for a fact that wasn't happening. Like from that point on, but it doesn't mean like if anyone's ever watched the movie The Judge, with Robert Downey Jr. And then something. I'll look it up right now. But it's another one where they had a bunch of good actors in it. Perfectly fine movie, completely entertaining. But you'll just move on to the next movie and
right.
You won't think about it. And that's kind of what I got from this. Is they tried really hard. Robert Duvall is the other actor. 2 huge name actors, classically trained. You know they're good. It's a decently fine movie. By the end of it, you're just like, oh, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. I mean, I don't think I would say I know what's going to happen in this movie because it was kind of unique, but I would agree it's kind of like, a really good cast, but it's not like, a classic of all classics. This movie's going to live on forever. I mean, it's worth watching, but yeah, you're right. You'll move on to the next movie as soon as you're done.
Yeah, it's not groundbreaking to any mean.
No.
But who knows? It might. Some people might think differently with the Academy, but I don't. What they were going for, they didn't succeed. I felt like that kind of hurt it a little bit because the trailer for this was awesome.
Yeah, maybe you had higher expectations from what you got, and if you didn't have those expectations, maybe you would have liked it more.
Yeah, but
that's fair.
Now we're gonna get into the spoilers.
All right.
The plot.
If you're on YouTube, click on the little thing in the middle of your screen. Go on to the next part. Unless you haven't watched it, go watch it.
And then click on the next part.
Yeah, and then come back.